by the ghosts of the vinyl age. Kids of the smoke-stained walls and their aimless rage. Bruised knees, big dreams, real life in our teeth. Learning how to bleed before we ever learned to speak. We had thunder in our chest, no soft reset, no safety net. Just the kind of fire you only get from growing up with nothing but the damn sunset. And now I watch the world get quieter, but the mouths get louder. Paper hearts getting torn apart by storms they say are showers. Cause the 70s, 80s kids were built from metal and fallout. Didn't cry every time that the lights went out. We learned to fight before we learned to shout. You call it harsh, but hell, that's how we found our power. And now these new kids talk big with their big mouths, but they break quick when the world starts to shake down. We walk through the fire and never backed out. Yeah, we were thunder, they're just loud. Concrete and analog scars, bikes with no brakes and nights counting stars. Didn't need a screen to tell us who we are. The world was rough, but we wore the marks. Now it's all glass screens and shattered egos, fragile like they're made of borrowed halos. Talking tough like they've seen tornadoes, but they've never felt the wind that blows. And I'm not saying we were perfect, just that we knew what the hurt meant. We swallow storms and spit out lessons while they get wrecked by simple questions. Cause the 70s, 80s kids were built from metal and fallout. Didn't cry every time that the lights went out. We learned to fight before we learned to shout. You call it harsh, but hell, that's how we found our power. And now these new kids talk big with their big mouths, but they break quick when the world starts to shake down. We walk through the fire and never backed out. Yeah, we were thunder, they're just loud. Maybe every generation thinks they're tougher, but we grew up in a world that didn't cover every crack, every bruise, every fall from grace. We earned the lines carved into our face. Maybe they'll learn it too someday. But right now all I hear is the noise they make. Yeah, the 70s, 80s kids were built from metal and fallout. Didn't run crying when the road got drawn out. We faced storms they only tweet about. It's not nostalgia, baby, it's just truth spoken out loud. These new kids talk big with their big mouths, but strength ain't found in the volume of the shout. We stood our ground while the world spun wild around. We were lightning, they're just sound.